Thank you. I know it's going to be one of those nights where everybody wants to talk to everybody at top volume, but don't. So I was honoured to be chosen to do a set tonight, and I'm singing this one for Fuzzy. As you all know, Fuzzy's our special guest tonight. I mean, geez, I hope you do. I hope you've got that. And I hope you all know that it's Alan Smith's birthday today. This is all coming off my tongue. He is 79. What do you mean, wow? A lot of us are older than that. So this is a story about, in Scotland, about slum clearances. When people were moved out of their little single houses into high-rise buildings, and they had no idea what problems this would cause. Because in the old days, before kids were all on their phones and things and their devices, they would go out and play in the street. Yes, they did. And they would run home for lunch, but they didn't come inside. Their mothers would throw them a sandwich, which is called a piece, out the window, and they'd eat, they'd grab their piece and off they'd go play again. Oh, for the good old days. This is called the Julie Pieces song, and it tells you all about the disaster. It's got a chorus, and I'm sure you know it. Irene certainly knows it. I'm a skyscraper away, and I live on the 19th floor. I'm no going out to play anymore. But since I moved to my new house, I'm wasting away. For I'm getting one meal less every day. You canna throw pieces out of 20-story flats. 700 hungry wains will testify to that. If it's butter, cheese or jelly, if the bread is plain or pan, the odds against it reach an earth and 99 to 1. On the first day, my ma threw me a piece of aspirin. It skited through the window and went up instead of down. Now every 27 hours it comes back into sight, for my piece went into orbit and became a satellite. You canna throw pieces out of 20-story flats. 700 hungry wains will testify to that. If it's butter, cheese or jelly, if the bread is plain or pan, the odds against it reach an earth at 99 to 1. On the second day, my mummy thought she'd try again. She went and hit the pilot of a slow-flying plane. He scraped it off his goggles, shouting through his intercom, "Those Clydeside Reds have got me wi' a bread and jelly bomb." You canna throw pieces out of 20-story flats. 700 hungry wains will testify to that. If it's butter, cheese or jelly, if the bread is plain or pan, the odds against it reach an earth and 99 to 1. On the third day, my mummy thought she'd have another go. The Salvation Army band was playing down below. Onward Christian Soldiers was the piece they should have played, but the umpire man was playing my piece and marmalade. You canna throw pieces out of 20-story flats. 700 hungry wains will testify to that. If it's butter, cheese or jelly, if the bread is plain or pan, the odds against it reach an earth at 99 to 1. Now we're gonna write to Oxfam to get ourselves an aid, and all the wains in Glasgow have formed a peace brigade. We're gonna march on George's Square to claim our civil rights, like nae mair hooses or peace flying heights. You canna throw pieces out of 20-story flats. 700 hungry wains will testify to that. If it's butter, cheese or jelly, if the bread is plain or pan, the odds against it reach an earth and 99 to 1. Last time, you canna throw pieces out of 20-story flats. 700 hungry winds will testify to that. If it's butter, cheese or jelly, if the breed is plain or pan, the odds against it reach an F and 99 to 1. Jelly biscuits. Now they also said there was one of mine that they liked and they'd like me to play it, but I couldn't remember which one it was. So I'm just taking a guess that it might be Bob Mackenzie because it's one of my favourites. When I wrote Bob Mackenzie, I got the first verse and the chorus and then the second verse and then nothing. And that happens sometimes, and then about months and months and months, maybe a year later, the rest of the song just turned up. And I thought maybe Bob Mackenzie was out droving. Who knows? Bob Mackenzie is a drover and he brings the cattle down. Then he's back out to the Western Station. And I first met Bob Mackenzie when he came into town for what he calls his rest and recreation. He waltzed me off my feet and my heart it skipped a beat, and then it started racing in frenzy. And how his eyes did shine when he pledged his love to mine. And so I'm going to marry Bob Mackenzie. I was at the woolshed dance when he came in by chance, lured by the concertina and the fiddle. He bowed and asked me please could he dance a set with me. Then he swung me on the floor right in the middle. He waltzed me off my feet and my heart it skipped a beat, and then it started racing in a frenzy. And how his eyes did shine when he pledged his love to mine. And so I'm going to marry Bob Mackenzie. My mother don't approve, 'cause he's always on the move. She says he'll break my heart 'cause he's a roller. And how we gonna live? And what when we have kids? And why don't I find a steady man and sober? But he waltzed me off my feet and my heart had skipped a beat, and then it started racing in a frenzy. And how his eyes did shine when he pledged his love to mine. And so I'm going to marry Bob Mackenzie. He's put some money down on a shack just out of town. He says he'll turn to ploughing and to tilling. He don't mean to tell me lies, but there's distance in his eyes, and I fear a farming life would surely kill him. But he waltzed me off my feet and my heart had skipped a beat, and then it started racing in a frenzy. And how his eyes did shine when he pledged his love to mine. And so I'm going to marry Bob Mackenzie. I know I'll be alone when he's far away from home, and maybe I'm too innocent and trusting, but I wouldn't have him different, I wouldn't have him change. I'll take him as he is and count my blessings. For he waltzed me off my feet and my heart had skipped a beat, and then it started racing in frenzy. And how his eyes did shine when he pledged his love to mine. And so I'm going to marry Bob Mackenzie. For he waltzed me off my feet and my heart had skipped a beat, and then it started racing in frenzy. And how his eyes did shine when he pledged his love to mine. And so I'm going to marry Bob Mackenzie. Thank you. It'll all end in tears, you know.
And was it Bob Mackenzie?
What?
Was it a real Bob Mackenzie?
Who knows?
The subject
There must have been a real Bob Mackenzie somewhere.
don't know him.
I don't know any Bob Mackenzie.
Bob Mackenzie.
Now I'm going to finish with the Maybe Waltz, and I'm going to finish it with Mary as something else. When I had bifocals, I was wearing them all the time, so it was fine because I could jump. But now I don't have, and I've just got readers. God, I never know what to do with them. This is one of mine that I wrote a long time ago now. When we used to go up to Mullaney, up to Aberfoss, which is a bit of folk on the side, which was at the Upfront Cafe in Mullaney, the first Saturday of the month. It was a lovely, lovely evening always. We'd drive all the way up, and we might only get one or two songs, but you know, it was worth it. As June said, it was wonderful people, great evening, good food, you know. And they always had a theme, and Paul Lawler always picked the theme, and this theme was, this time it was May, and the theme was maybe or maybe not. And I didn't know much about, you know, I mean, I could write some, I knew some songs, but so I just like to write one. And it turned out to be one of the most popular things I've ever written. Take me in your arms as the fiddles are playing, and waltz me around the floor. Let me dream for a while in the warmth of your smile, so I won't feel alone anymore. Maybe we'll win, and maybe we'll lose, playing the game of romance, but we'll never find out what love is all about if we don't join in the dance. Maybe we'll part at the end of the evening and go on our separate ways, or maybe we'll stay together this way for all of the rest of our days. Maybe we'll win, and maybe we'll lose, playing the game of romance, but we'll never find out what love is all about if we don't join in the dance. We both came alone as the night was just beginning, dreaming of what might be. So dear, hold me tight while the stars are shining bright, and dance the baby waltz with me. Maybe we'll win, and maybe we'll lose, playing the game of romance, but we'll never find out what love is all about if we don't join in the dance. So take me in your arms as the fiddles are playing, and waltz me around the floor. Let me dream for a while in the warmth of your smile, so I won't feel alone anymore. Maybe we'll win, and maybe we'll lose, playing the game of romance, but we'll never find out what love is all about if we don't join in the dance. Maybe we'll win, and maybe And now it is Mary Brettell. I might need this later, so I'm going to drag this over. I might need it, then again I might not. Who knows?
Maybe not.
Maybe not. I'm going to do 3 things. One's English, one's Australian, and one's American. First one is a boy meets girl, girl rejects boy. He says, I've got lots of money. She says, I love you. He says, bugger off. It's a folk song. Come me old one, come me fair one, come now unto me. Could you fancy a poor sailor lad who is just come from sea? Oh, you a ragged love, and you dirty love, and your clothes smell much of tar. So be gone, you saucy sailor lad, oh be gone, you jack tar. If I am ragged love, and I'm dirty love, and me clothes smell much of tar, I have silver in me pockets, love, and I've gold in great store. And then when she heard him say so, on her bended knee she fell. I will marry my dear Henry, for I love a sailor lad well. Oh, do you think that I am foolish, love? Do you think that I am mad? For to wed with the poor country girl when all fortune's to be had. I will cross the briny ocean, I will whistle and sing. And since you have refused the offer, love, some other girl shall wear the ring. For I am frolicsome and I'm easy, good-tempered and free. And I don't give a single penny, boys, what the world thinks of me. Now, Annie mentioned Bob Mackenzie, and today I was thinking about Chris Buck and Johnny Stewart Drover. And I listened to Chris's version, and because I was singing some of the words wrong, I've got a cheat sheet here in case I go to sing the wrong thing. I want to sing the words that Chris sang. And I have a recording of Chris singing it from, came from Tony Sutter, and it came via Bruce Watson from Sydney, and he sent it to me. So if anybody's interested, it's a song that should be sung. From the banks of the Georgina, down the Diamantina, to where the grass is greener, down by New South Wales. Johnny Stewart's droving, with mobs of cattle droving. His life story's moving on miles of dusty trails. I'm going to start that again because I've lost the flaming first line. All right, start again. My mind just went blank. Anyway, that's the chorus. On the banks of the Georgina and down the Diamantina, to where the grass is greener, down by New South Wales. Johnny Stewart's roving, with miles of cattle droving. His life story's moving on miles of dusty trails. The mob is dipped, the driver started out. They're leaving Rockland's dusty yards behind them. The whips are cracking and the drovers shout. And on the Queensland stock route,
rover on the banks of the Georgina and down the Diamantina to where the grass is greener down by New South Wales. Johnny Stewart's roving with mobs of cattle droving. His life story's moving on miles of dusty trail. The cook is busy by the campfire light. Above the fire, the billy's gently swinging. The mob is settled quietly for the night, and Johnny's riding softly round and singing. Johnny doesn't spend much time in town, impatient for the wet to be over. Mostly he's just driving cattle down. Stock roots are home, the Johnny Stewart rover on the banks of the Georgina and down the Diamantina to where the grass is greener down by New South Wales. Johnny Stewart's roving with miles of cattle droving. His life story's moving on miles of dusty trails. And dawn will surely bring another day. Sun still chasing moon, never caught her. Morning light will see them on their way. Another push to reach the next water. They're counted out now, Johnny's work is done. 1,500 head handed over. It's into town now for a little fun, and a beer or two for Johnny Stewart drover on the banks of the Georgina and down the Diamantina to where the grass is greener down by New South Wales. Johnny Stewart's roving with miles of cattle droving. His life story's moving on miles of dusty trails. Down banks of the Georgina and down the Diamantina to where the grass is greener down by New South Wales. Johnny Stewart's roving with miles of cattle droving. His life story's moving on miles of dusty trails.
Princess, where are you? Princess, come here.
That song was written by Chris Buck. In about 1981, he got a grant of $200 from the AFT, the Australian Folk Trust, to follow the old cattle route down the Diamantina to New South Wales. He went with Johnny Stewart. Best $200 the Folk Trust ever spent. Yes, exactly. You're not the first person to have said that. No, you're not. You're the first person tonight. Oh, the first person tonight. This is a John Prine song. She's going to cheat off my chords. Come home late and you come home early.
Benoist to wear. Oh, you found them, good, okay. Who asked me? Randy, that announcement is cancelled now. Beryl found her keys. Did you want this?
Yes. I use things on my first
And we're not losing Christine that quickly because now we have Mark Davidson. As he's going to- Brian and Brett. And Robin and the Key.
We did ask for Bruce Springsteen, but he can't make it.
This is practically senior moment.
This is a bit of a polyglot set. Now don't ask me what a glot is because I have no idea. But Christine's going to start the set off.
Oh, the daughter of Megan, so lovely and blooming, I met at Glenavon's a glittering hall, and high rose my heart, ambition assuming, to dance with the damsel, the bloom of the ball. Oh, daughter of Megan, look not so alluring on a youth that his hope with thy hand must resign. Then all the sad pangs of despair is enduring. The splendor thou lovest can never be mine. Oh, daughter of Megan, to castles of splendor, each eye that beholds thee thy presence shall bless, and the delicate mind feel a passion more tender, my beauties to gaze than another possess. Ah, daughter of Megan, tomorrow I'm going on oceans to sail where the billows roar. I feel my heart full with affliction of flowing. Perhaps I may gaze on thy beauties no more. Oh, the daughter of Megan, so lovely and blooming, I met in Glenavon's a glittering hall, and high rose my heart, ambition assuming, to dance with the damsel, the bloom of the
I am a little beggar man, a beggar I have been, I for 60 or more in this little Isle of Green. I'm known along the Liffey from the basin to the zoo. They know me by the name of old Johnny Doo. Of all the trades that go on, our begging is the best stuff. When a man is tired, he can lay him down and rest. Begging for his dinner, for he's nothing else to do but to roam around the corner with his old rigadoo. I slept in the barn way down at Corabone, awake next morn and slept until the dawn. Holes in the roof and the rain a coming through, and the cats and the rats they were playing peekaboo. Who should awaken but the lady of the house with a nice spotty apron and a calico blouse? She began to frighten when I said boo. Washer, don't be afraid, now it's only Johnny Doo. I met the little flaxen-haired girl one day. Good morning, little flaxen-haired girl, I did say. Good morning, little beggar man, and how do you do? With your rags and your tags and your old rigadoo. A fine pair of leggings and a collar and a tie, and a nice young lady to fetch 'em by and by. Buy a pair of mittens and colour them blue. An old-fashioned lady and a make her too. Oh, yes. So it's down the road with me bag on me back, and it's over the field with me great heavy sack. Holes in the shoes and me toes are peeping through, singing skilly my rink-a-doodle on me old rig-a-doo. I must be going to bed 'cause it's getting late at night. Out goes the fire and down goes the light. And now you've heard the story of me old rig-a-doo. It's goodbye and God be with ya, says old Johnny Doo. Thank you very much. There is a little bit of a reason for this. I can't play much these days, but I won't go into the reason why, because it's boring. It bores me, so it'll bore you. Now, what's more important is, Foz, we are going to miss you. I am going to miss you. And I thought at least I should send you on your way with a dinky-die Aussie song.
Yes.
Now, you know what a Sayo biscuit is, don't you? You don't? So, this song is about Sayo biscuits and what you should not do with them. The game of cricket features in this song, and also one of the great exponents of the art, Mr. Don Bradman. Beyond that, Foz, you don't need to know much because it'll speak for itself. I just need a sip of water. What did I do with it? It's over there. Excuse me. I'll be back. Can you put a Sayo in your gob in one go? Can you jam it all in, maybe give us a grin, without breaking the corners off? Can you put a Sayo in your gob in one go? When I was a kid, any one of us did, that kid'd be the king of the block. Now when I was a kiddie in the 1960s, each day when I'd come home, Mum'd make us milkshakes and ask how the day had gone. Then it was up the back for the cricket match, and the whole world came to play. but we'd drop our bats and stop dead in our tracks when one of the kids would say, can you put a sayo in your gob in one go? Can you jam it all in and maybe give us a grin without breaking the corners off? Can you put a sayo in your gob in one go? When I was a kid, any one of us did, that kid'd be the king of the block. Now, mostly Mum would catch us, but she wouldn't see the joke. She'd say you wouldn't have a brain to begin with. You kids all bloody choke. Then she'd give us a whack, take the pack. But the cricket match went on. We were a backyard full of grandmas, singing the sayo song. Can you put a sayo in your gob in one go? Can you jam it all in and maybe give us a grin? In your gob in one go. When I was a kid, any one of us did, that kid'd be the king of the block. Now it seems all trace of the baby boomer years have slipped away. Sayo biscuits after school, mum to watch you play. Kids are in the daycare centres now from the moment that they're born. And the backyard died of loneliness when cricket left the lawn. But in the last few homes where the garden gnomes and hills hoist rule the day, if you listen very carefully, you can sometimes hear 'em say, in your gob in one go, can you jam it all in and maybe give us a grin without breaking the corners off? Can you put a sayo in your gob in one go? When I was a kid, any one of us did, that kid'd be the king of the block. Thank you, folks. Thank you.
Okay, listen. And friends. Christine and Robin and Brian and Mark and Christine and Mary and I had a group some time ago now called Senior Moments, and it was great. I tell you, the lunches were brilliant. We all get together at Mary's place and bring food.
That's if you remember to go there.
That was a lovely lunch, and then we'd work. We were good.
You'd wonder why you were there.
Now you know why you're here. You're here to hear Fozzie, because he and Norella are off to Scotland again. I don't know. They're very strange. But they will understand him there. Like I said last week, nobody knows what he's saying, but they will understand him there. So yes. So he's doing our special guest act tonight, and we would just have him here for 45 minutes and just enjoy him one more time, and maybe they'll come back one day for a holiday.
Yes.
That's just a song list because I'm dyslexic. And it's in Hebrew, so I'm fucked. Oh. Some of the songs I sing, most of them about dying. Some love songs, but most of them about dying and death and war. I also tell lies. Yes. First song is a love song, and there you go. The long years have gone since I wandered in the town June to the fair on Glasgow Green, chancing to meet her blue eyes or flaxen hair, to beauty like she'd never seen, and spinning around on a painted carousel, her cheeks glowing with the breeze. At summer's evening I found that bonny lass, fairer than all my fantasy. Well, never inclined was mine to love to find, just the pleasure love bestows, till that day on the Glasgow Green I found my bonny Calton rose. Me old me ways had that lass at 17, pictures and dreams were all she knew, but I was much older or wiser, so it seems, ere the years of love it grew. But then came the day we went two separate ways, and the younger lad she chose. Mrs. settled in with boy faded too. He won the heart to Calton Rose. The next dance will be a gay Gordon's. Tell your partner you don't have to be gay or be called Gordon. But if you are, it doesn't matter. Say Ranton Lay, say Wanton Lay, and Danton Lay's gave me. He played a tune and he danced around along yon gallows tree. That's a chorus. Say Ranton Lay, say Wanton Lay, and Danton Lay's gave me. He played a tune and he danced around along yon gallows tree. There's some come here to see me hang, and some to buy my fiddle, but before the tide would pay our share of black out through the middle. Say Ranton Lay, say Wanton Lay, and Danton Lay's gave me. He played the tune and he danced around along yon gallows tree. Untie these bands, I free my hands, and gave to me my song. There's no a man in all Scotland would mark me take my part. Say Ranton Lay, say Wanton Lay, and Danton Lay's gave me. He played the tune and he danced around below yon gallows tree. Good free is coming out the Brago Banff to set McPherson free, and they put the clock a quarter on the hang-down-tail tree. Say Ranton Lay, say Wanton Lay, and Danton Lay's gave me. People wait to dream, and he danced out in below yon gallows tree. Say wantanley, say wantanley, and dantanley's gate free. People wait to tune and he danced out in below yon gallows tree. Well, I don't know, you can see change inside of me. I see the days I've been afraid that I might drift away. I've been telling stories and singing songs, make me think about where I came from. That is why I feel so far away today. Let me tell you that I love you. I think about you all the time. Caledonia, you call me. Now I'm going home. If I should become a stranger, would make me more than sad. Caledonia's been everything I've ever had. I've lived in cakes on you, stone dreams that I needed losing, lost the friends I needed losing, fun of those all the way. Well, I kissed the girls I lived inside, stone dreams there was no denying. Sometimes my conscience flying somewhere on the wind. So let me tell you that I love you. I think about you all the time. Caledonia, you call me. Now I'm going home. If I should become a stranger, make me more sad. Caledonia's been everything I've ever had. Well, I'm sitting here before the fire, empty room in the forest choir. Heads where the don't get any higher. It will look now they've gone. Now I'm steady thinking my way's clear. I know what I must do tomorrow. When the handshakes are gone, kisses flow, well I will disappear. So let me tell you that I love you. I think about you all the time. Caledonia, you call me. Now I'm going home. If I should become a stranger, would make me more than sad. Caledonia's been everything I've ever had. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I'm an honest Irish labourer, and I come from the county Clare. Well, once I had the farm there, with nothing else to spare. Well, I had to sell my donkey, my billy goat, and with the money I received to Glasgow took the boat. For I'm as strong as any lion, you know that I am. I'm the terror to all fighting men around the Mickey Dam. Now in Glasgow where we landed, before the hair got dry, they get started in the Mickey Dam in a town we call Multay. And the gang that started me called him John the Mouse, and the very first day that I was here with me down to grass. I'm as strong as any lion, I was rearing eggs and ham. I'm the terror to all fighting men around the Mickey Dam. Well, there's Rosie Mouse's temper had me made a jump, and he swore he'd paralyse me with the handle of a pump. I quickly surprised him, I grabbed him by the throat, and I shook that little monkey till the tail fell off his coat. I'm as brave as any lion, you know that I am. I'm the terror to all fighting men around the Mickey Dam. Now the big Brettell was stalking, and they call it navvies' huts, and bugs and fleas are in her bed as big as coconuts. And every night when we come in, we stand behind the door, and as they come in one by one, I bash them to the floor. I'm as strong as any lion, I'm rearing eggs and ham. I'm a terror to all fighting men around the Mickey Dam. I'm an honest Irish labourer, and I come from the county Clare. And once I had a farm there with nothing else to spare. Well, I had to sell my donkey and my billy goat, and with the money I received, to Glasgow took the boat. This next song is about the travelling people of Scotland, or the tinkers, or the gypsies, whatever you want to call them. There's a queen of the travelling people called Belle Stewart, who lives in a place called Blairgowrie. The song's not about her, but she is mentioned in the song for her work for traditional music in Scotland, and the cant, which is the travelling tongue of Scotland. It's between Gaelic and Scots. She's done a lot of work about traditional music and song. She got awarded by the Queen. She got a medal for this. But when she went back to her own hometown, she was shunned because she's a tinker. You know, and it still happens in Scotland to this day, to the travelling people, which I am one. We travel this country around. Every season has its charm. Then ditches, walls and fences came, behind each a hostile face. Like the Indians of America, piece by piece their land was lost. And the settled folk make their own laws to say what they've done was just. What you don't realise, you refuse to understand. As once it was the travellers who worked on the land. You can chase us on from laybys, you can chase us from your tombs, but the travellers will be ways till doomsday and the afternoon. There's travellers in Multay, and the local folk agree. Keep them well away from houses, screen them well with trees, just in case it brings down the price of your property. Put your tinker camp anywhere you like, as long as it's no near me. But you don't realise, you refuse understand, as once it was the travellers who worked on the land. You can move us on freeway guys, you can chase us for your tune, but the travellers will be waste till doomsday and the afternoon. The Queen welcomed Bell Stewart to the palace. Her local she can't get a half. They don't serve dirty things in here, we'll soon see your lot half. And her local supermarket she heard two women say, I don't know what the Queen was thinking, you I think I made lonely way. What you don't realise, you refuse to understand, as once it was the travellers who walked on the land. You can move us on, feel like ice, you can chase us for your tunes, but the travellers will be waste till doomsday and the afternoon. There were travellers at Auschwitz, there were travellers at Belsen too. For the Nazis treat the travellers just the same way as the Jews. New history turns a blind eye, you remember what you will. But for the travelling people, there is no Israel. What you don't realise or refuse to understand, there's once it was the travellers who had all the land. You can move us on freeway guys, you can chase us for your tunes, but the travellers won't be waste till doomsday and the afternoon. I've got lots of cheery wee songs. Oh God, we were the good old days when I was 21. To roam around the fields, sure we used to have some fun. Well, our hearts were gaining many and we never cared to toil. A while away in the summer days, a young boy in the foil. It was pleasant too to see the friends of markets and squares, with honest boys, with honest hearts, and keep the true love there. And when the fair was over, how you coax a girl away, with honey charm and roguish eyes to hear the piper play. Now Sean the piper played the best of fast boys to beat. You can hear the sound of the dance of the feet. No west, no lights to see the stars are dancing in the sky. For when we tripped another tune, the sun was standing by. Oh, petticoat, more than you are my darling. Come sit you down on my knee and tell to me the very reason why I am slighted so kindly. I put my head to a castle brandy. It was my fancy, I declare. For when I'm drinking, I'm seldom thinking. I'm wishing Peggy Gordon was here. Oh, Peggy Gordon, more than you are my darling. Come sit you down upon my knee and tell to me the very reasons why I am slighted so widely. I am so in love, I cannot deny it. My heart lies smothered in my breast. It's not for you, but to let the world know that a troubled mind can know no rest. Oh, petticoat, more than you are my darling. Come sit you down upon my knee and tell to me the very reason why I am slighted so widely. I wish I was away in England. I'm sailing o'er the briny sea, sailing over the deepest ocean, when love nor care would never bother me. Oh, petticoat, more than you are my darling. Come sit you down upon my knee and tell to me the very reason why I am slighted so widely. Now 7 days of winter and almost every circumstance, and the 4 seasons in the year, that's what we learned at school. But never count your chickens when you're dealing with the woman. One little wise man went to sleep, woken up full. Well, my love, she took the winter time and turned it into springtime. I never knew that love could change so much more before. I gave her my heart and in return she promised me the summertime. Well, I can tell you now last summer never came. For 7 days of in the week and almost every service, and the 4 seasons in a year, what we never go. But never count your chickens when you're dealing with the woman. Only wise man went to sleep and woke up full. every circumstance. And the thought seasons and years, that's what you'll end up school. But never count the chickens when you're dealing with your woman. For the wise man went to sleep and woke in double fool. Now a long time ago, in the county road, the song first began. Then immigration was finally cured by a noble and thirsty young man. The brave young lad, he left his home and he travelled far across the sea. But he got well paid in the building trade on the shores of America, on the shores of America. He got on very well, but he never wrote home. His mother, she began to think. When he sailed away to America, was he spending all his money on drink? She wrote him a letter, she folded it up, then she posted it on its way. Oh, this letter has been officially addressed to my son in America. To my son in America. The postman collected his letter and he drove off to the dock, but he placed it on a big ship there that was sailing out for New York. Well, all the whiskey and everything else, sure the mail bag lying on the quay, and among the rest was this letter addressed to my son in America. To my son in America. Now American postman, I needn't relate, just like me and you. When it came to this letter, well, they didn't know what to do. They looked up all the official list, but nowhere could they find. There was no directory to help them to find a son in America. Oh, a son in America. They ran the office for years and years, and they gave all the boys a laugh. Till eventually this letter was to be used for the training of the staff. And every new postie on his very first day, this letter he took away. Oh, this letter has been officially addressed to my son in America. To my son in America. Something older and wiser. One day to himself he said, I wonder how's the old man at home? Is she living? Is she dead? He goes round the corner to the GPO and he went in with his cap in his hand. Any chance, said he, there's a letter for me from my man in old Ireland. Oh yes, kind sir, here it is. We've been looking for you for years. We knew that someone who'd come here from our court for old Donegal, for all the millions who are living here now in the whole of the USA. for her mother in Ireland. At last she has found her son in America. Oh, her son in America. Oh, her son in America. Oh, her son in America. I don't like graveyards. When I die, don't bury me down a big 6-foot hole in the ground. Just take me up the road to the crematorium. I don't like graveyards, they're creepy, foul and grim. So take me up the graveyard and stick me up the fucking bum. A poet by Mark McGinn. Subtle. This is a wee Glasgow song that the kids was called Glasgow Street Songs. The kids would sing while they're playing skipping ropes and stabbing each other. Wee Annie took her yo-yo to the school she did go. She shouldn't have taken it at all, for it fell frae her horn and it rolled on the grun and it went into a hole in the wall. Did you find a red yo-yo, red yo-yo, red yo-yo? You find a red yo-yo with a wee yellow string. Now Annie, she went down to the Johnny, a decent wee man as a rule, and it's pleasing to tell that he rang on the bell and he asked all the wains in the school, did you find a red yo-yo, red yo-yo, red yo-yo? You find a red yo-yo with a wee yellow stripe through Peking and Paris and all round the bars, the people searched high and low, till finally wee Annie announced that her granny had bought her another yo-yo. And it was a red yo-yo, red yo-yo, red yo-yo. It was a red yo-yo with a wee yellow string. 3 crows sat upon the wall, sat upon a wall, sat upon a wall. 3 crows sat upon a wall on a cold and frosty morning. The first crow fell and broke its jaw, fell and broke its jaw, fell and broke its jaw. The first crow fell and broke its jaw on a cold and frosty morning. The second crow was greeting for its maw, greeting for its maw, greeting for its maw. The second crow was greeting for its maw on a cold and frosty morn. And the third crow couldn't fly at all, couldn't fly at all, couldn't fly at all. The third crow couldn't fly at all on a cold and frosty morn. And the fourth crow wasn't there at all, wasn't there at all, wasn't there at all. The fourth crow wasn't there at all on a cold and frosty morning. At the turning of the century, I was a lad of 5. My father went to fight the Boer and never came back alive. My mum was left to bring us up, no charity she seek. She rubbed and scrubbed and washed the floor for 7 and 6 a week. The age of 12 I left the school and went to find a job. The growing kids, my ma was glad of the extra couple of bob. And a little longer skilling would have put me in good stead. You can't afford refinement when you're struggling for your bread. And when the war came along, I didn't hesitate. I took the royal shilling and went after day my bit. I fought in mud and tears and blood for years or thereabouts. I got some gas in Flanders, I was in the Lady Rout. Now I wander through the 30s, go to work and again. I saw the blacks a marching and the things they done in Spain. I brought my kids up decent, I taught them wrong from right. Ah, but Hitler was a man who came, by Christ he had to fight. My daughter was a land girl, she got married to a Yank. My eldest son received a gun for stopping Rommel's tanks. He got some shrapnel inside, was convalesced in Rome. Get married to an eye-time nurse, he didn't bother to come home. Now my daughter writes me once a month a cheery little note about the colour telly and the other things she's got. She's got a boy a likely lad, he's nearly 21. She tells me that he's been called up to fight in Vietnam. Now I'm living on my pension, it doesn't go too far. For one more life that seems to be like one long bloody war. Well, I'm thankful how it might have been, it makes you want to cry. I don't know how to change things, but by Christ I'll have to try. Okay, one more it is. Cheerio, cheerio. That song is good. Another wee song about Glasgow, but it's not actually about Glasgow. Yes, it's about Glasgow. It's about somewhere else. From the Western Isles, when the oil came to Scotland, a lot of the farmers and the people who worked in the farms left and went to make big money in the oil. Then when that finished, there was nothing left for them, so some had to move back to Glasgow to find work. This is the song about that. If I can remember it. It's in Brettell. I was born in bed in Caithness for 20 years or so. I was happy and contented and had it forced to go. For times was hard and work was short and money it was scarce. I was forced to seek employment in that dear green place. I don't belong to Glasgow, I'm a stranger to its ways, but I'm forced to earn my living in the dear green place. I was born and raised in Caithness for 20 years or so. I was happy and contented and I was forced to go. For times was hard and money short, and money it was short. I was forced to seek employment in the dear green place. I don't belong to Glasgow, I'm a stranger to your ways, but I'm forced to make my living in that God-forsaken place. I found a job in Yarras, a shipyard on the Clyde. In spite of my pleading, they gave me a job inside. I couldn't feel the wind or rain, the sun upon my face. It's hard to make a living in the dear green place. I don't belong to Glasgow, I'm a stranger to your ways, but I'm forced to make my living in this dear green place. I got married, had a family, and I done alright by them, but the rights and riches are no the lot of these Glasgow working men. Their pavements were nae lined with gold, that's simply not the case. It's hard to make a living in the dear green place. I don't belong to Glasgow, I'm a stranger to your ways, but I'm forced to make my living in the dear green place. No, I don't belong to Glasgow, I'm a stranger to your ways, but I'm forced to make my living in the dear green place. Thank you. No money.
And to finish off, we have the final guest requested by, where do you want this?
Oh, just beside the light there somewhere.
Requested by Fozzie and Narelle, it is Ellen Matheson.
I went to the Eric Bogle concert a few weeks back out at the barn. Courtesy of John O'Brien going bush on a boat. I was John O'Brien for the day. And we sat beside these bloody Scots people who couldn't shut up all day. I jest, they were absolutely admirable people to have in front of you at an Eric Bogle concert. Have you stood by the ocean on a diamond hard morning and felt the horizon go deep in your soul? Then watch the wake of a steamer as it cut through blue water, felt and felt the horizon pull deep in your soul. Or to throw off the shackles and fly like the seagull to where green waves tumble neath a driving sea wind. Or to lie on the decking on a warm summer's evening, watch the red sun fall burning beneath the earth's rim. But to every sailor comes time to drop anchor. Haul in the sails and make the lines fast. You deep water dreamer, your journey is over. You're safe in the harbor at last. You're safe in the harbor at last. Now some men are sailors, but most are just dreamers, held fast by the anchors they forge in their mind, who in their hearts know they'll never sail over deep water in search of the treasure they're afraid they won't find. So in sheltered harbors they cling to their anchors, bank down the boilers, shut down the steam, and wait for the sailors to return with bright treasure. Fan the dull embers to fire up their dreams. And to every sailor comes time to drop anchor. All in the sails to make the lines fast. You deep water dreamer, your journey is over. You're safe in the harbor at last. You're safe in the harbor at last. Some men are sailors, schemers, who laugh at the dreamers. Take the gold from the sailors and turn it to dross. They're men in a prison, they're men with no vision, whose only horizon is profit and loss. So when storm clouds come sailing across your blue waters, hold fast to your dreaming for all you are worth. For as long as there's dreamers, there'll always be sailors, bringing back the bright treasures from the corners of earth. And to every sailor comes time to drop anchor. All in the sails, make the lines fast. You deep water dreamer, your journey is over. You're safe in the harbor at last. You're safe in the harbor at last. Short one that I've never done here before, I don't think. I was happy to give Fuzzy some copies of some Harry Robertson songs, and Harry was a bit of a giant in the folk area around here, but not everyone knew most of his songs. He wrote far more than appeared on his Whale Chasing Men album. This is one very suggestive song. It doesn't have any dirty words in it. I haven't done this for a long time. In fact, I think the last time I sang it was back in 2007 or something at a concert of Harry Roberts songs we did at the National. Where'd that go? I've gone to the last song, doesn't matter. This is a Randy. Oh, Mrs. Old Randy was in a queer flap. She needed a washer put into her tap. It dripped and it dribbled down into the bath. It got on her nerves and it filled her with wrath. So she called for a plumber, a fine strapping man, who came with a big bag of tools in his hand. With skill, with a bloody great wrench and the skill of his trade, he soon fixed her tap and she asked to be paid. When he asked for $1, she let out a moan. There's nary a cent to be had in this home. But for mending me faucet, I'll service your spout. Let the doing of one cup the other one out. I don't know if I should say this, but the first verse of this, that payment, said the plumber, would be quite a treat, but scarcely the kind that a plumber could eat. And a female voice from the back of the room said, I don't know about that. Scarcely the kind that a plumber could eat. But she lay on her back and she hoisted her flag, and he rummaged round inside his tool bag. 2 handfuls of washers the plumber pulled out and started to drop them down over his spout, till nearly 10 inches of manly young staff was reduced in its length by nearly 1/2. Said Mrs. O'Randy as she lay on the bed, why drop those washers down over his head? Said the plumber from the edge of the bed where he sat, did you think for $1 you'd get all of that? There, got you, Harry. He was a man of surprises. Now I've forgotten entirely where I walked. Oh, well, we did. We're on silly songs. Why not keep going? A bit light-hearted. Oh, early one evening, just as the pubs were opening, a stranger came walking down a dark and dreary street. He saw a door ajar and stepped into the public bar. Landlord, I would like a drink and something nice to eat. I fancy some crusty bread and the roast beef of old England, butter from the churn,
and a pickled onion too. And landlord, if you could draw some bitter from the wood, I would be content to sit and sup a pint or two. Sit down by your fireside and contemplate the infinite. The warmth of your hostelry will permeate my heart. And if a regular should step into the public bar, perhaps I could entice him to a contest with the dart. Come in, said the landlord, I've got toasted fish pie sandwiches, frozen instant sausage that I purchased by the ton. And if you fancy it, I can defrost a bit, serve it up with ketchup on a supermarket bun. I'll pour for you a plastic cup of quaint old English ready brew. It's advertised on telly by a famous rugby scrum. There's no dirty barrels here, we only serve hygienic beer, safely paralysed inside an aluminium drum. Sit down by my fireside, I'll turn the logs on presently, and how about a game of pool, perhaps the fruit machine? 3 cherries in a row would make your heart aglow. And how about some heavy rock to really set the scene? The stranger sat down inside his polystyrene ingle nook, plastic rafters ringing to its electronic sound. He began to drink and chew, took a bite, took a sip of ready brew, gave a ghastly gargle and fell dead upon the ground. Oh dear, said the landlord, as he turned the colour tally on. Another ghastly accident, the third this week I fear. If they can't hold their own, why don't they stay at home? I declare I get some funny customers in here.
Now, when people leave us by tradition, and this has been happening for a very long time, many, many years, started with Folk Centre actually, which just shows you how long Evan and I have gone back.
Oh, please no.
When somebody leaves us, we always like to sing the parting glass to farewell them. So if you would, anybody who wants to come down the front and join us, or if
You two
just want to
particularly
sing-
out the back there. Come on. Yes, you. Both of you.
Okay.
Come on, you're it.
I'm just going to sing it, and I don't look at words, so you
No,
just
that's
go
fine.
on.
I have them as a memory jogger.
So to Fuzzy and Narelle.
Yep, come on.
Oh, the money that e'er I had,
I spend in good company, and all the harm that e'er I've done, alas, it was to none but me. And all I've done for want of wit, for memory now I can't recall. So fill to me the parting glass. Good night and joy be with you all.
oh,
My
the friends that
that
e'er I had, they're
as
all
I'm
sorry for my going away.
away.
And all the sweethearts there I had,
They wish me one more day to stay.
but
Once
since
it falls,
unto my Lord, that I should rise and you should not. Come gently rise and softly call. Good night and joy be with you all.
This bit probably isn't true.
Yes?
Oh, if
I had money enough to spend, I'd
take
take
time
time
to
to sit a while. There is a fair maid in this town, who sadly has my heart beguiled. Her rosy cheeks, her ruby lips, I only has my heart enthralled. So fill to me the parting glass. Good night and joy be with you all.
we've sung our songs
And we'll sing again
of the people we've met and the
places we've been. Some of the troubles that worried our mind, a lot of good people that we left behind. So long, it's been good to know you. So long, it's been good to know you. So long, it's been good to know you. It's a long, long time since I've been born. And I've gotta be drifting